Hi.
Morning.
I'm sorry about last night, Mum.
You've nothing to apologise for, love.
I shouldn't have dumped all that on you.
You've every right to feel how you do.
Well, it still doesn't change anything. The counsellor warned us it might happen.
Who?
Well, before Biff takes the test, they prepare you. Let you know what might happen.
Well, you still don't know for sure if Biff's got it.
One thing the counsellor does is make you see you're not the only ones. It doesn't make you feel any better, but at least you don't feel so alone.
Oh, you're not alone, love.
You don't think it's an early sign, do you? Or Biff thinking he saw Kim Tate?
Sounded too much beer, more like.
Linda, your husband's lost it. Sort him out, will you? I reckon Kim Tate's on her own farm.
I'm telling you, I saw her.
Yeah. It'll be Frank next, won't it? Both of them back from grave to make our lives hell.
Roy.
I can't help it if he's going mad, can I?
I warned you. I told you she's taking that detective. They even gave her a lift back. She had them in for coffee, for God's sake. I mean, no grounds to charge her. What do they want? Deception, fraud, wasting police time?
Conspiracy to murder, for all we know.
I know. The woman in the car.
No, I meant Dad.
What makes you say that?
Nothing, forget it. I'm obviously letting her get to me.
I suppose I could take Jerry with me up to the new place.
Why? So she can give her view to the architect.
You'll be all right with that?
Oh, I think I'll manage. With a bit of luck, she can throw a few pots and pay for her keep.
Right, darling. Aren't you going to kiss your daughter?
It's not fair, is it, Jerry? You'd like to come to school with me.
She'll be quite all right here.
School's all right, then?
Brilliant.
You stood up to the bullies?
They're just jealous.
So long as they don't want one, eh?
Oh, a friend might be coming round after school.
Oh, that's nice. Shall I make some tea?
No need.
What's her name?
Dean.
Did she say Dean?
Might have been Diane.
It was Dean.
Do you know, my ankles have come up like a pair of zeppelins. It's standing round after that funeral that's done it. Oof, a palaver, eh? The whole village locked out. I mean, who would have believed that they were too tight to put on a bit of a spread? Mind you, now the Tates do should surprise me. I had heard that Chris Tate has lost his grip, you know. Slipped his anchor, fallen off his trolley. Must be good.
What?
Wherever it is that you're reading in that paper. I mean, here we are, the funeral debacle of the century, right on our own doorstep, and you're reading second-hand news.
Yes, well, we'll have this garbage all through Nick's trial.
Oh. And Nick's only in that dock because he was trying to protect the Tate's livestock.
No, it was a pathetic attempt to show those poachers how tough he was. The truth is, Betty, he's weak. That's why this Karen can lead him by the nose. And in both cases, he's not thought about the effect of his actions.
Well, at least, love, you'll soon know how you stand with Alice.
I don't know that I want to know.
Come on! Let's get this over with.
You don't have to come, Jack.
Oh, thanks a lot.
The headmistress wants to see us as a family.
She don't like me.
Well, it's not surprising if you're going to go breaking things.
Big Gob's put her against me.
Look, let's get something straight this time. One person broke the computer, you, and only one person's able to put things right by behaving themselves. Who is it?
Me.
You. So no excuses. No blaming the other kids. You're drinking in the Last Chance saloon.
Is that where you were last night when you came home drunk?
Get in.
I can't believe it either. Are you all right?
Why are you concerned now all of a sudden? You let me turn away all those mourners without telling me why.
You weren't top of my list of people to consult.
Of course not. I'm only the nanny.
Anyway,
Hi, me and Biff are going to see the counsellor again this afternoon.
Well, you will let us know as soon as you hear something definite, won't you?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that can't be sorted out if we talk about it. I made that mistake before.
It's gone past the talking stage, Mum. Biff can take the test now if he wants.
Hello. Thought I'd better come and do some potting. Got an architect to pay.
Hello.
Isn't she lovely?
Lovely.
Thanks to you. If you hadn't found her, now she's a lovely, healthy baby.
I'll see you later.
See you, love.
Expect you'll be joining me in the granny state soon. Frightening, isn't it?
Frightening.
Sound is this, you know? Not a boss in sight. It's like that deserted ship, that thing in Mary, what?
Marie Celeste.
Ah, that one. I don't know. Maybe the ghost of Kim Tate's done them all in. I never had you down for Scooby-Doo.
Look, I saw it, right?
Yeah, of course you did.
You just go and find Chris. I'm gonna sort the stables out.
God, you nearly gave me a heart attack. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
We know that things haven't been easy for you, Andy. And sometimes, when things are difficult, we want to hit out at somebody or something. But usually it's the wrong person. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Mrs. Pritchard.
You've got a great chance to make a fresh start with Mr. and Mrs. Sugden.
I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused them. And I'm sorry for the trouble I've caused you, Mrs. Pritchard, and the other pupils.
Yes. Good, Andy. We have a legal duty to provide Andy with an education, and I have discussed the matter with the governors, members of staff, Andy's social worker, and the LEA.
So he can come back?
We don't seem to have any other viable option.
He won't let you down?
I hope not.
We're very grateful, aren't we, Jack?
Well, like Mrs. Pritchard says, they've got a legal duty.
There is one condition.
Anything you say.
Given his special needs, we don't think he can be taught in the normal classroom environment.
Why not?
Well, let's just say there are too many distractions.
So what happens then?
We've reluctantly concluded that we'll have to provide him with an individual tutor.
But that'll mark him out as different, stigmatise him.
It'll also stretch our resources to the limit. But I'm afraid that's what we feel is in everyone's interest.
That's unfair.
Let's see how it goes.
People thought I were mad when I said I saw you the other night. But I knew. Only you could pull a stunt like that.
It isn't a stunt. I fled the country in fear of my life.
Well, then maybe you should have stayed away.
What, away from my much-loved family and friends?
You shouldn't have come back. Frank might not be around anymore, but there's still plenty of people in this village that hate you just as much, if not more.
Get off me.
People like me. People whose friends' lives you've ruined. Like Nick Bates, Kathy, Dave. The miracle is that Frank's the only one they could put in the frame for rubbing you out. I mean, how can they narrow it down to just one person?
Have you finished?
You shouldn't have come back.
I live here.
You really should be dead.
You can't touch me.
Well, who's going to come running to help you, eh? They're probably going to come to watch. Give me a round of applause.
There's nothing you can do to hurt me. You must see that. You of all people. You've seen how I operate. What do you think you could possibly do to harm me? Frank with his millions couldn't. Christopher with all his venom couldn't. What have you got? Oh, yeah, you could rough me up. But that's not your style. You could call me names. But they've been used up. Cow, they stopped meaning anything a long time ago.
Why did you come back?
This is my home.
All those people you hurt, The one consolation was they put some of it to rest when they buried you. Now they can't even have that.
You better put it to rest.
Oh, yeah?
If you want to carry on working here.
Members of the public aren't allowed in here. Health and safety regulations.
I needed to see you.
Don't think you can turn up to see Alice just when you like.
She did enjoy her outing, didn't she?
Yeah, of course she did. It's what absent fathers do, isn't it? Turn up once in a blue moon, shower kids with treats, and I'm the wicked witch who has to do all the nasties, like sending her to school, make her clean her teeth.
We know what a wonderful job you do.
We?
I haven't come to discuss Alice. Nick sent me.
I bet he thinks it's wonderful having a mouthpiece. You know, he wouldn't have said half the things you have to my face.
Don't be too hard on him. He's trying to plan for his future.
Just why have you come here again?
I've come to collect Nick's best clothes. He'll need them for court.
I'll take them.
He wants me to.
You're like a bad penny, you. Kathy, love, there's been a phone call for you, but they got cut off.
Who?
They'll try again.
Clothes?
Betty.
I hope that's not a personal call. I've been thinking we should have a tin for employees who make private calls. It'll stop them taking advantage.
Suit yourself.
I always do.
Oh, I've got to take the rest of the afternoon off.
Well, I don't think that's convenient.
I've got a hospital appointment. Do you want a doctor's note?
Might not be a bad idea in future.
So is that okay, then?
Well, what's it for?
That's my business.
Just this once. Nothing serious, I hope.
You've been fiddling with that all afternoon.
Are you timing me? Any road, you're supposed to be undercoating the pantry.
Yeah, I know.
It's like sitting on a time bomb, wondering if it's going to go off.
He'll be all right. He can't get into much trouble with a teacher all to himself.
Well, we'll soon find out. Look at him. Picture of brotherly love.
Do you have a good day?
What's for tea?
Oh, it won't be ready for ages yet. You can help finish painting the pantry if you like.
I will. I'll watch telly.
I hope you've had a better day than him.
It was all right. I'll go and get changed.
Hey, hey, hang on. Hang on, what's this?
Nothing.
You've not been scrapping, have you?
They've all been pulling at me.
Who?
All of them. They're saying that I'm the teacher's pet now.
I'm sorry.
Where have you been?
I got held up at home farm. Tried to ring Kathy.
Well, what's she got to do with anything?
Kim's back. I tried to warn her.
Kim's back. She can't be.
Look, I'm just going to go and try and pay for it.
This is doing my head in. We're late for the counsellor. We probably already missed him.
Yeah, well, I had to do something.
Kim Tate doesn't count. The only thing that matters is what happens here. Everything depends on it.
Well, what good's talking about it gonna do?
I give up. You go and talk to Kim and Kathy.
I don't want to talk anymore. I just want to take the test. Now. Today.
Don't just say it for my benefit.
I'm not. I decided when I was talking to Kim. She ran away from everything, even her own kid. Now, as long as I've got you, I don't need to run away from anything. Do I?
I'm frightened.
Yeah, Lynn. I am too.
Let me just get rid of that. Oh.
Oh! Who's that? Who's that? I was so relieved when I found you'd stayed with James. I know I should have confided in you. I could always talk to you, trust you.
Yeah, you thought I was stupid and gullible.
If I thought that, you wouldn't have had sole charge of my child. You know more than anyone how important he is to me.
I thought I did.
You know.
It really could have been you in that quarry, couldn't it?
So it seems.
And you had no alternative but to go?
I didn't see any at the time.
Yeah, you were right.
You know Frank could have done it, don't you?
I really thought he had. I'm so pleased you're back.
For James?
Yeah, for James, but also for you.
You're the first person that said that.
Nobody wanted you dead.
Didn't they?
No.
I feel terrible that I thought Frank could have... I even told the police.
Still, he didn't. That's something James won't have to live with.
Tragically, it's not quite so simple.
You don't think he murdered the woman in the quarry?
Well, I thought it was me.
Well, he felt so passionately about you.
He loved me.
No, it was more than love.
I know.
For you as well.
I didn't think anyone else would understand.
I do.
Sophie, I thought we might...
Can I give you a bit of advice?
Well, let me guess. I should take a one-way ticket back to the US of A?
Oh, no, I know you wouldn't do that. Not without Nick and Alice.
Oh, you can see I'm sincere.
Well, you must be, else you wouldn't still be here, where you're so obviously not wanted.
I really think that Kathy thinks I do it just to give her a hard time, but I really think she's doing it right.
About this advice. Oh, I know you won't want to hear it, but I've never been one to be afraid to put me spoke in.
If it's stay away from Alice, you're wasting your breath. I'm here because Nick wants it.
Well, that's what I wanted to say. Well, ask, really. Why Nick? Why get hooked up with somebody who's probably facing a life sentence?
I love him.
Why Nick?
He's a lovely, gentle man.
Oh, aye, you're right till the last bit. He's a lad. Oh, not in years, maybe, but he's still a boy. He needs mothering.
That's the most patronising thing I've ever heard.
Well, first it was Caroline, his mother, then it was Kathy, and now you. Oh, I'm not blaming you. In his situation, well, it'd tug at any woman's heartstrings.
Right, there's his jacket, couple of shirts, ties.
He brings it out, doesn't he? Hmm? The maternal instinct.
Thanks.
So what was all that about?
Now, just making sure she knows what she's taking on.
You'll have to move those.
The architect wants us to decide. Patch and repair so it lasts 10 years.
Well, we better have it done properly.
In that case, you're talking most of my lump sum.
Look, I can't even think about it at the moment. We've got company coming.
What company?
Emma's having a friend round.
Oh, there's a first.
It's a boy.
That really is a first. I mean, last time she kept him well hidden.
I don't want any cracks about that. And I don't see why we have to lay on food for some oik from the lower third. You're like Mrs. Bennett.
Who's she?
Pride and prejudice.
Oh, you'd know all about that.
I'm just being sociable.
Emma doesn't need any help in that direction.
If you want to use your matchmaking skills, put them at Charlotte's disposal. Mind, it would take more than a plate of scones.
Nazi.
Hello. You must be Dean.
Hiya. Nice to meet you all. She's brilliant. No wonder you wouldn't let anybody slag her off. She's totally gorgeous.
It's you that stopped them getting on to me.
Better shift this junk so we can have a bite to eat.
Do you think he got through to Karen?
Well, I wish I could say yes. I'd give her something to think about, but she's in too deep. And she knows full well that she helped Nick to get through his time.
Yeah, I suppose she has, hasn't she?
So she can't back out now, even if she thinks she should.
Well, the trial was always going to be hard, but how can I sit next to her knowing if he's found not guilty, I lose Alice?
It's all down to a tube full of blood now.
Yeah, well, you've done the hard bit. Anyway, it's not down to the tests. It's down to us, what we make of it.
Just wish we could keep on walking. Not look back, just go on and on.
Well, where would we end up?
I don't know, just somewhere together. Somewhere where the postman never calls, so that official envelope with the test results never turns up.
It wouldn't be just you and me.
All right. You, me and the bump.
So, what does your father do, Dean?
He's a farmer.
A labourer?
No, we've got our own farm.
I suppose you'll be following him into it.
I don't know. I think I'd like to go to college first, before I decide.
Good thinking. Always got something to fall back on.
And I don't want to have to rely on my mum and dad. I like to stand on my own 2 feet first.
Very commendable. Commendable, if exceedingly rare these days.
Where are you going to go and play Dwayne some of your lousy records?
It's Dean, Charlie.
Well, do you want to?
I'm all right here.
Well, isn't this nice? Where are you going?
I'm going to go and play some of her lousy records. I was going to do that.
I've done it.
So I see. I've been thinking you're welcome to move back into my place. Now that Kim's back, if you want to avoid getting caught in the crossfire.
I'm employed to look after James.
It's never that simple.
In future, that's all I'll concentrate on. I've realised it's best not to get involved with members of the family.
Sophie.
Anyway, Kim has always treated me very fairly.
Yes, I noticed you getting on like a house on fire.
Don't worry. I'm not going to seduce her.
That's another resolution, is it? Stick to men.
No.
Suppose that's one way to overcome grief. Novel, I must admit. And one I'm not drawn to, thank God.
What did you say that for?
Well, for heaven's sake, Dad's hardly cold.
And what's the view like from the moral high ground?
I just don't think it's the time for...
Jealous? Sorry.
It's not you.
No, it was out of order. I didn't mean it like that.
She's back.
No, it's not that.
It is. You watch. Everything will turn sour. That's what she does.
Well, we won't let her.
She can't be stopped.
Of course she can. We don't rise to it. We ignore her.
Dad tried hard enough. And long enough. Hasn't worked. Now, look where he is. Look where she is.
You're playing right into her hands. She thrives on your hatred. You can't build your life trying to destroy her. That's why Dad's dead. Sorry to interrupt.
I hope you've come to arrest Kim.
No. I thought I should tell you we've been given permission to open the grave.
What?
This case isn't closed yet. We need to exhume the body we thought was Mrs. Tate.